Hello everyone. So today it is Josh and I in the lab and we are hanging out and we were discussing graded cards and how to grade your cards before you send them in so you don't end up wasting your money.
What do you look for?
Yeah, so this is a card I pulled out of an antiquities pack and you can see right away off-centered on two axes, upwards and to the side. So
just so offset immediately.
Yeah,
can't send it in.
You're not going to get above an 8 or something for a card like this. So that would be
definitely not getting an 8.
Nowadays, right? A waste of money. So how do you grade your cards? What do you look for right away? The first thing I look for is centering. Obviously, it's easiest to cancel out.
I appeal, people, a clean surface, good centering, even a lower grade of edges and corners. Someone who's not really collecting, more so playing, or just really like the card, they'd be more inclined to buy that card.
Yeah, like centering really, it matters more than some other grades because you can't hide it. Your eyes drawn to it. Yeah. So this is Grindstone I pulled on the channel, guys, which, go back, watch it, check it out. Anyway, you see down here, this little scratch? These are obvious imperfections you can check for, so the rest of this card is pretty nice, except for the scratch. So let's go into this card in a little detail, actually. Let's see, how are the corners here? So what I like to do is hold the card, Josh. Take it over for a second. Alright, so, okay, I have a good one here.
Yeah, so, I mean, you already see this corner. There, that's perfect.
So, yeah, I like to take a dark surface to lay it against, and you can really see the imperfections on the corners and sometimes on the edges. Now, the edges are a little bit tougher. Just because it looks like it might be ragged doesn't mean it is. You have to really get in close, right? But you see how this top right back corner jumps out at you? But bottom left, not so much. Bottom right, a little bit. But, there's things you can do, and one of them is having a dark background. A lot of times when I'm buying cards, I'll ask the seller to put the card on a dark background and take some new pictures for me. Yeah. You can really see, look at that top left nick right there. Just the tiniest of whitening. I don't even know. Oh my God, it's so tiny.
I mean, the centering,
but it pops. The centering isn't great.
It makes you question whether or not you would send it anyway.
I probably wouldn't.
Definitely not.
That scratch, surface scratch. Yeah, I wouldn't send in this card.
No. Well, even without surface scratch today, you'd still be questionable.
So maybe this is like a 8.5. If you do this,
if you're lucky.
This is like an 8 for a surface. Because just of that alone,
Maybe worse.
And then like all these scratches, like that nick, that corner,
honestly, probably 7.5.
And that corner. You think for a final grade? I think it would get a higher final grade just because of the fact that you pulled it from a pack, and you'll have some redeeming subgrades.
The scratch
that'll struggle to bring it up, but they will bring it up from the depths. It's not going to be 7.5. This is an 8.
Maybe. I don't know. I think the scratch is very impactful.
Oh, the scratch is major. Let's see. There you go, guys. Look at that. Boom. And, in person, it isn't that bad, but damn, it really pops on the camera. That's good. That's this lighting in here, huh? Anyway, let's see.
Some of the other
Youngmas Bargain. Yeah, this is another pull that I pulled in DC with Nate. Freaking Dr. Dragon Kick. Go check him out. He's awesome. He opens a lot of Legends packs. Now this.
Slightly off-centered, both sides.
Yeah, but that centering,
up and down.
That's like a 9, maybe even 9.5, man. And for centering. But the rest of it is pretty nice. I mean,
they've been very strict on stuff.
I know. It shouldn't be, but that's what I'm saying. That's what...
It's a very nice card, I'd definitely say. It's got a little rough on the top, I thought.
Those edges look pretty straight.
It's a little rough. That little cut in the top. Where they cut it, you see that little extra. It's just not perfect. It's really nice.
Oh my god, it's so hard to see.
Yeah, I know, and this is what I'm saying. Like, you look at
this
a
is
card
why
like
you need
this,
cameras and freaking machines.
But even though you review a card like this and you'd consider sending it in, even after you knock it or whatever, you go and look at it on a stronger camera, properly, or with some sort of magnification where you can really.
What about this black crappie we got here?
That is an 11.0. Oh my god! What are you doing with that?
The rarity on this baby, isn't this some madness?
It's funny. What about this one? This is a 0.
Yeah.
So there's a big 0 on it.
So what do you give this? It's got a little sliver. It's not a 0.
What is that?
But
that's insane.
So the back is like this. So this is I think I would consider this a misprint. Because the back is fine.
Well, here's the thing. That's what you're almost going to say. Like, when you look at the card and you say it's not just centering at that point. It is kind of... It's like I don't know if you say it's a surface issue, but it's definitely not normal. I mean...
Yeah, but usually when they're like this, the back is like this.
Right, but that's if it was...
So the whole miscut. This is miscut.
Oh, definitely.
This, I would say, is misprint.
Sure. I guess you can...
So, I mean, there needs to be not notifications. What are they called?
Notations, maybe?
I don't know. On the label, I don't know what I want to call it. I have a word for it. I'll write it here because I'll think of it at a later time. So I'm going to write it here, and we don't need to talk about it anymore. All right, so look. And then you got cards like this. I pulled this, from that flea market find, and it's just, it's great foil. And all. It's beat to death, though. Like, the corner, the foil's even a little separated from this corner.
Really?
It's freaking, beat to death, bro. Beat to death. Like,
so now that's worn, and that's definitely like a played card or something with a lot of wear. And like,
I mean, this is heavy play.
What do you think they would give that as a grade today?
Today, I think, they were graded, which is the weird thing. This is probably like a 5 because of that corner damage. Yeah, it's damage. I consider that. See, I would give it probably even less than a 5. Personally, I wouldn't even grade it.
Why? I agree.
Because, I keep on harping on the subject that Magic cards should be treated like coins, because coins is a mature, grouping of collectibles where they know what they're doing in that freaking segment. So, like, something like this would be like an AU, almost uncirculated, but AU 50 details. Because, okay, it's in a decent shape, but details it's effed up. And it's a problem card, meaning it may as well be titled as damaged. You're just looking to quantify how damaged and how... and the condition of it before it was damaged. That's what that comes down to, which that's besides the point. I mean, it's damaged.
What it really comes down to is a lot of these companies kind of are grading off of other types of items, and they're using their systems and translating, what they're doing rather than, I don't believe there's much reason why we're actually grading not mint items. I mean,
I agree.
If something's near mint,
you shouldn't be sending in you think is less than an 8. I mean, that's just foolish. You're gonna get like a 6 just because you thought it was an 8 and they found something else and now it's a 6. You just wasted $50, bro.
There's almost even no sense unless you need something authenticated, and then right now,
it's
you should really use the internet as a good resource, because there's been some stuff in the industries that questions others' authentication.
Their judgment when it comes to authenticating.
Research and self-education goes a long way.
So I pulled this card, you guys know, on the channel when I opened 2 Exodus packs. So as we can see, centering that way, and I believe it's also on the back too. So both sides, that is centering issue. You got this top right corner, a little touch right there. Bottom left, a little touch.
Now, would that be an 8.5, 9 card? What would you think? 8?
Previously, I would have said this card's a 9 with a shot at a 9.5. The damage isn't that bad.
9.5
maybe yes, exactly. Basic. The corners would be the subgrade that would have gotten the 9, and maybe a 9.5 for centering if the grader was on a good day. Probably
Probably
9.5
9
basic between a 9.5 quad plus 9 quad plus, meaning 9.5 for surface, 9.5 for edges, 9 for centering, because it's both sides, 0.5 for each side. You know, it's fairly reasonable. And then there's 2 corners that have just the slightest touch. I would nick them for half a grade each. You know, call that a 9 too. So corners, centering 9s, the rest 9.5s. That's what it should be. Today, 8.5. If I'm lucky.
Quad?
Yeah. 8.5. Not a quad. No. It's pretty bad. I don't know. Let's see. So here's the City Traders. Sick card too. Freshly pulled out of a pack. Also, same thing. This one's a lot sharper though.
I thought that was a pretty nice card. I mean, it's that card that I'm gonna probably take another look at it a little closer before I actually send it in. But it's definitely something I, look at and be like, wow, the card's pretty clean.
So if this was a year ago, I would send this in and be like, I'm getting a 9.5.
Or you have a chance
lowest grade.
Chance to get a 9.5, definitely.
Lowest grade being corners. I'm saying this is definitely 9.5 a year ago. Definitely. Now, probably a 9 because of the corners. They're going to hit this for 0.5 and this for 0.5. Then they're just going to hit it for another 0.5 and call it an 8.5. So they're going to give this a 9. This is a clean goddamn card. It's pretty ridiculous.
Definitely.
Hey, it's rough. This market is changing.
It's nice.
All right, and let's see what else we got here. Yeah, so these are pack fresh from one of my Tempest openings. So let's talk about surface. So when you want to look at surface, you want to do what you can to angle the light like this on the cards. Let's see if the background can be blocked and will focus better. Yeah. So you want to scan along to see if you see any scratches or wear. Here's a card where you can clearly see the wear when you do that.
See dirt.
Yeah, it's like scuffed.
See how it's dull. It actually looks like certain spots have touched something.
Little patches.
And it's got a little bit of shiny and dullness because of rubbing.
Yeah, see, like even this there, that pops out dirt. Yeah, look at that. You don't see it otherwise, but shine it up to the light, boom.
It's like a little hole or indentation over there.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You start to
What do you think they would kind of look at this and say, I'm going to give this a grade of what on the surface?
Yeah, see, but, okay, you have a dent right here in the light. Okay, it's the slightest thing, but it's an indent. That I would give it a major surface ding for, because indents are, I mean, come on. Look at that.
You see how dirty and worn it is.
That's just wear damage, yeah. It's pretty interesting to see. I mean, you got that shine, bro. All right, guys. Well, this has been a little bit of analysis to show you how we kind of qualify cards before we send them out. You don't want to waste your hard-earned dollars on some bullshit BGS freaking cases that you got to crack out, because otherwise people are only going to give you what they would otherwise give for a goddamn moderately played card.